Welcome. If you're seeing this, you are watching the replay. I welcome you to join us for our lives on the free Insight Timer app that happen each week. Mm. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. How's our sound? Hi, Annie. Hi, Brad. Hi, Don. Hi, Irene. Hi, Sarah. Okay, great. Thank you. Hi, Camille. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Melanie. Aw, so great. Hi, Linda. Now, forever, when I see Linda, I'm just thinking Ka. Hi, my love. Hi, Tracy. Mm, grateful. We'll wait a few moments before we begin. Thank you for being here right on time. Thank you for being here. Hi, Molly. Hi, Sandy. Great, great. Welcome. Welcome to this gift of life, this moment where we are existing as consciousness in multiple planes. We think that we are these bodies or these minds, even if we have some great spiritual teachings that tell us otherwise. But for most of us, we identify with this limited experience and we experience it as everything. What if? And as always, I'm not here to say that there's one way or that you need to agree with me or believe what I believe. Take it or leave it. But what if you are a multi-dimensional being? What if there are versions of you existing through the creation concurrently with the experience you're having right now? What if there are versions of you that are fully embodying everything that you've ever thought you wanted in your life? And you could tune in to those versions and draw upon that wisdom. What if you could attune to a so called future version of yourself who's already healed or already joyful or has already figured it all out? What if you could attune to that version of you, bring that grace, that wisdom to this now moment? And what if you are existing in all of these moments simultaneously? I feel some of your brains right now going, "Grr." It's good. It's good. So, what if our work together for some time now has really been about tending to the human experience, meeting the human experience with compassion, recognizing that there are parts of us, layers of us within our being in this realm that we may have overlooked, felt disconnected from, abandoned, not even known was there, and found ways to meet these parts of ourselves with grace, with love, with compassion. And now, as the energy is accelerated on the planet, so is our opportunity for awakening. A sweet friend reached out to me the other day and shared, some of you know that I just returned from Egypt. And someone reached out and said, it's so interesting. You just got back from Egypt. My teacher over here just got back from Egypt. My friend over here just got back from Egypt. Why do you think so many people are going to Egypt? And the first thing that came into my awareness is collective awakening. Collective awakening. And Egypt physically holds these codes of divine remembrance. What does that mean? It means that the experience of remembering that you are a multidimensional being can literally be felt and touched and seen in the temples in Egypt, these ancient temples. So welcome. Welcome. For anyone that I'm getting to meet today for the first time, my name is Selena. Have you ever noticed, maybe not, some of us have been together in this space for many years, some of us, this is our first time together. All are welcome fully. Have you ever noticed, though, that I don't say I'm Selena? Maybe you haven't, and that's okay, but have you ever noticed? Those of you who've been coming for some time. Hi, great to have you here. I'm Selena. These are our Insight Timer live sessions. Why do you think I never say I'm Selena? Just curious. There's no right answer. I have an answer. Doesn't mean it's right. Why do I say my name is Selena? Hi, Noni. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Rosita. Hi, Rika. Why do you think I say my name is Selena? Annie shares, the bigger I am. Any other thoughts before we move on? Noni shares, you're not your name. Mm, excellent. Hi, Vivian. Vivian shares, oh, so happy to see you too. Yes, 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 yes. Hi, Johanna. Johanna shares, because it's not relevant. Vida shares, because you aren't Selena, you're called Selena. Rosita shares, I think it's not who you are, Selena. Ooh, it's not who you are. Selena is a given name. Okay, beautiful. Yes. Think about it. Think about everything that comes with Selena. Think about the entire identity, all of the beliefs, all of the limitations. What comes with Selena? A body, a history, a past, ideas about what is or isn't possible. Selena is a whole personality that's been developed. And I am not that. I am not that. I am that I am. And you might notice today's session feels a little different. There might be more pauses. You might feel something stirring inside of you differently today. You are not your name. You are not your body. You are not your personality. You are not your values, your beliefs, your history. your family. You are consciousness. You are consciousness. You are the breath of life itself. And we are here together as consciousness in the play of life. So we are in this time on the planet of the word upheaval comes to mind right now. Such great upheaval, such shaking, such suffering. And when I was feeling into this precious moment to be together, I was feeling in my heart, how can I serve? How can I serve? And before we move into it, practice together, I'd like to share an experience and awareness. Have you ever noticed that sometimes energies can feel like a magnet? You know, we have these sayings like when someone's joy is contagious or someone's laughter is contagious, right? Sometimes we see these videos of children or babies laughing, and just I'm even just thinking about it right now. It's making me laugh. That's how magnetic, how contagious it is to experience this energy. Oh, it's so great to see you all. I'm so grateful. So grateful. Chris and John and Jacqueline, everyone who's just now joining, grateful. And sometimes other energies are also very magnetic, like the energy of anger, the energy of judgment, the energy of hatred. And it can suck us in like a magnet. And so this is for us to be vigilant and discerning, vigilant and discerning. I had an experience earlier where I came across, go figure, I was on social media and I came across a post where I felt triggered. And in my mind, the thing that triggered me was someone expressing hatred, ignorance, and harmful thoughts toward a whole group of people. And I got triggered. So as well, oh, good. Here's an opportunity for me to see where I'm still invested in this, where I'm not free yet. I can see this. And in that moment, I was really reminded of how that type of energy breeds that type of energy. Joy breeds more joy, hatred breeds more hatred, judgment breeds more judgment. And in that moment, rather than being in a free state, something got activated inside of me. I saw this person's words and I felt myself getting defensive. It was specifically about a place where I grew up and an entire group of people, thousands of people, and it was like throwing them all into like one, generalized thing and saying horrible things about them. And I noticed defensiveness coming up in me. And inside of that defensiveness, it was like the ego wanted to start to justify. Well, obviously this person is ignorant to be saying something like that. Obviously this person to be calling all these people, inbred people, they are clearly uneducated, right? Like my mind wanted to fight back. The ego wanted to fight back. Why does the ego want to fight? Why does the ego want to defend? Because it's touching on something inside. Because we feel afraid or we feel hurt or there's a truth somewhere inside of it for us, right? Whatever it is. So the gist of the story before we move into our practice was the reminder, because I caught myself, the reminder that like attracts like. So we must be discerning, my loves. We must. With the intensity of pain and horrific things happening on this planet becoming more and more heightened, we're seeing more and more of the expressed rage, the expressed judgment, the expressed vengefulness, the expressed hatred that's coming up. And if we're not aware, we will fall into those energies also. And the ego, as my beloved Saima, I used to hear Ma say all the time, the ego is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. It will justify itself. Just like earlier today, for a moment, I felt justified to be having these thoughts about how these people were in the wrong and clearly uneducated and clearly this and clearly that. I moved into judgment because I felt judged by them. I had all the rationale to go down that road. But you know what? Aside from any logic, aside from any reasoning or rationale, tell me, my loves, what did it do to me inside? When I mirrored that person's energy of judgment because of fear based energy in me, what happened inside of me? I'd love to hear in the chat. What happened inside of me as I started to move into mirroring that judgment, as I started to judge? Camellia shares anger. What started to happen inside of me? I embodied it, Jude shares. Noni shared disturbance, constriction. Rosita shared insecurity. It's always powerful when each of you share because it's always a mirror of energies that we carry in us. Yes, we familiarize ourselves with them. We relate to them. I contracted. I started to feel pain. I started to create more of that contraction inside of me. There's no rationale that's worth me causing myself to become a contracted being. And it's okay that it happens, no judgment. It's not like, oh, I'm supposed to be perfect and holy and always peaceful. Okay, we're in this human world. Things are really rocky here. It's okay. It's okay that I went there. Awareness is key. Awareness is that first step that says, ah, I see what's happening. And then from that awareness, we get to be discerning. Is this something I wish to create more of inside of me? Is this serving me? Does this feel good? Is this inspiring me, opening me? Is this giving me something I need to move forward in my life? Is it helping me heal? Discernment. And then from that discernment, I can start to make a decision about what I choose to do next. So let us be very vigilant, aware, discerning about how we are engaging in the energies of the world right now, whether that be with people in our family, our friend groups, social media. Let us be aware so that we can consciously choose what we're creating for ourselves and each other. I see many comments are coming in, and I'd like to get to a few of them, and then we're going to move into a practice together. Rebecca shares, dogs and babies are my go to for laughter and stuck smile. The other posts today bring me intense fear, anxiety, and angry for what is happening. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but it's everywhere. It is everywhere. And that's why we have these beautiful spaces where we can be together and cultivate tools and practices to support us with the intensity rather than just trying to avoid it because it's outside and it's inside. It's inside. So many of the greatest spiritual teachers have said that the war within is the war without. The war without is the war within. And if we wish to have peace on the planet, there must be peace within. Otherwise, we are continuing to create the war we see outside. Sandy shares, have to dip down into spirit and limit the shadows and hang out with people who emulate light and love and compassion. I have to nurture my inner child. Mantras, meditation. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. Great, everyone. Thank you for sharing. Ooh, the body's purifying a little post all this big energy. I have a bit of a sniffles. Um, oh, it stopped. I was going to ask you all if you're seeing this flickering, but it's gone now. Okay, great. Rebecca shares, that's why I'm here to keep me grounded, safe, grateful, and reminded that love, joy, health, and peace is the answer. And Don shares, the environment right now in the US can be exhausting. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure, Oho. So, mm, thank you. Let's take a moment to move into the centering technique together. This is an ancient yogic technique that I learned from my beloved teacher, Her Holiness Saima. And it is to help us come into greater alignment. This is also really good in general, not just to have more mental clarity or maybe mental ease. It's great for helping our emotions to feel more at ease or regulated in a sense. And it's also a very powerful technique to align our energetic field. I don't usually teach so much on this technique, but part of what it is doing is, in a sense, bolstering our energetic field so that all of the energies around us are not impacting us so much. Around the physical body, we have energetic bodies or subtle bodies. Many of us are familiar with this idea of an aura, like this light around the physical body. And this aura is these subtle bodies. The subtle bodies are just as real as this physical body. They're just not as gross or as dense as the physical body. So, what happens in our lives, all of this energy from the neighbor, from people in our household, from the environment, even from the collective, they're all moving through our space. We're moving through each other's spaces energetically, and our energetic bodies can be very, very, very big. We're huge beings. We're not small like these physical bodies. So, all of these different energies can come into our field. And they impact our thoughts, they impact our emotions, they impact even how the physical body feels. So the centering technique is a powerful way to help to bolster these energetic bodies and help us be in greater alignment so we're not so shaken by everything happening in our world. So let's bring the palms to touch. If you can't move the body, you can visualize this technique. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Allow a slight space between the teeth so the jaw can soften. And we'll take a full breath in, a complete breath out, And then we'll inhale as we reach the right hand all the way up, and the left hand comes down by the navel. Maybe straighten the upper arm. All the fingers point up. And then exhale really slowly. Move your hands very slowly, like you're moving through honey, to come all the way back to the heart where the palms touch. Inhale the left hand up, right hand by the navel. Reach the upper arm up. All fingers point up toward the sky. Exhale slowly to the heart. Inhale, right hand all the way up, left hand by navel. Open the chest. Exhale slowly. At the heart, feel the palms and fingers touching. Notice if there are any subtle differences inside. I'll relax the hands down. My beautiful papa is a teacher here on the app, as is my beautiful mama. Um, they both lead live sessions each week. My dad's name is Jonas Magrum, and my mom's name is Sandy Magrum. And they have both obviously played a huge role in who I am. So many years ago, this probably started in my early 20s, although maybe earlier. I hadn't lived at home for some time. I lived thousands of miles away from my parents. And I remember calling my dad. I was really upset about something. I don't know what, but I was really upset. And anyone who knows my dad through his work and his presence, you just know he has so much compassion. He's a goofball and has so much wisdom and so much compassion. So I probably called him crying, and he was there for me. And he guided me through this experience that at first seemed very counterintuitive. He invited me to start to not just feel the pain that was happening inside of me, but to become aware of other people in the world who were also experiencing the kind of pain I was. Let's say, for example, it was a heartbreak, like a relationship challenge or a breakup or something. To become aware of others who were going through a breakup that were also in pain in that very moment. And then he guided me further. I don't know exactly what examples he used, but maybe to recognize that there were other people in that moment who also felt pain. Maybe people who had just lost a child that were in so much pain, or people that had experienced some sense of failure, or felt a sense of being lost. And at first I was just feeling even more pain. I was feeling this pain of the world that I was already feeling, not aware of it though. And then he had me breathe this pain, the pain I was carrying, the pain of the world, had me breathe it in and breathe out love to all of those people who were hurting. And again, to breathe in the pain of the world, which at first felt so counterintuitive because I just felt more pain, and then to breathe out love to the world. And we continued this for some time till my heart expanded in such compassion and such peace. And some of you are familiar with this practice. This is a Buddhist practice, Tonglen. It's a very powerful technique. And I feel with everything happening in the world right now, this is the practice that I wish to share with us today. For us to hold ourselves, hold each other, hold the world without deciding who deserves our compassion, without wronging people for their pain. Our nervous systems are built to only hold so much, and with everything happening in the world, it can feel like too much sometimes. But we are exquisite beings. You are an embodiment of love. And I would say, and you may wish to consider, that you chose to incarnate on this planet during this time because your light is a gift. Your light is a gift that is in service to this global transformation. And so many of us, we just feel like we're in the darkness. We feel like we just feel so much pain. We feel lost. We don't feel bright. We don't feel light. We feel depressed. We feel like hiding. So many of us experience so much pain. It doesn't make your light any less brilliant. Maybe it covers your light, but it can never change the magnificence of your light. And it's part of the play on the planet at this time to go through these kinds of experiences. So if you wish, I invite you to join me in this practice of Tonglen so that we can hold ourselves, hold each other, hold the world in love. I invite you to take a comfortable seated position if possible. And let's prepare the body. So let's roll one shoulder up, back and down, and then the other shoulder up, back and down. You may wish to have the palms facing up toward the sky. Let's start by actually placing one hand on the heart center and massaging some slow, gentle circles on the heart. Becoming aware of anything that you're feeling in this moment. Start to deepen your breath, soften the jaw. You may wish to just gently hold the heart center now. If the hand feels more comfortable resting on the lap or maybe palm in palm, please take whatever position feels best for you. Inhale deeply. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh. Let out some sound. Inhale. Exhale with sound. Allow any pain you might be feeling to come to the surface. Maybe it's just sensation in your body that feels tight or heavy. Maybe it's a sense of an ache or a tension. Maybe your mind has attached a story to this pain you're feeling, something that's happened in your life or happening. And we are gentle with ourselves in this practice. There's nothing to force, nothing to judge. If at any moment the experience becomes too intense, we can always step back for a moment and just breathe, come back to our center. We all experience opportunities for growth, painful moments, disappointment, fear, sadness, anger, shame. It's part of this human experience. And sometimes in the pain that we feel so alone. Sometimes we feel like no one can truly understand what we're going through. But I assure you, you are not alone. And there are countless people on this planet that not only understand what you're experiencing, but are experiencing it in this very moment with you. Our minds don't even need to reach very far to become aware of all of the pain in this world. And we don't need to get lost in the stories of it. We can bring it to our awareness gently, the way you would hold the petals of a flower in your hand or a newborn baby. We bring this pain of the world into our awareness without getting lost in the stories of what is happening. And now, with the breath, we breathe in this pain of the world. We breathe in the pain that we feel. We breathe it in. And as we exhale, we breathe love. Imagine your love is showering all who are hurting. Breathe in this pain. Breathe it in fully and breathe out love. Your heart is the great healer, the great transmuter. This is where alchemy occurs. You breathe in the pain of the world or those who you choose to focus on. And in the heart, this pain turns into light, turns into love. And you breathe that out to the world. There's no concern of trying to make the pain change or trying to make the pain go away. We gently focus on breathing in the pain and breathing out waves of love, waves of love. And if your mind is getting caught in the stories of the suffering, I invite you to return to the practice rather than overthinking and creating a movie in your mind of someone else's suffering or your suffering, a movie that plays on repeat and causes more pain. Rather than playing that movie, just focus on breathing in the pain and breathing out love. Relax the body. Allow this alchemy, this miracle of love to transform inside of you. And it's okay to allow the tears. It's okay. Allow whatever's coming to the surface to be as you gently focus on your practice of breathing in the pain and breathing out love. And as you breathe out this love, you may even imagine that you or the person or the people you're sending this love to, you may even imagine them smiling, safe, happy, healthy. Imagine them in this transformed state of love each time you breathe this love to them. Bring your mind to your heart. The radiance of you, the magnificence of your love. Welcome this love. Welcome this light, brighter than the sun, from your heart. Allow it to wash through your brain, your minds, your emotions, your whole physical body, radiating this exquisite light. For these next moments, allow your attention to rest on this light, or if it feels better, to rest on the beauty of your heart, like a pulsation of love, of warmth, emanating from the center of your being, like a light in the dark, a star in the cosmos, unending love, eternal love. Feel this radiance of who you are expanding, this light you are, showering the entire planet with your love. Inhale slowly, breathing this light. Exhale, soften the body. Inhale slowly, breathe in this love. Hold for just a moment. Allow this love to expand within you. And when you're ready, slowly exhale. Slowly move fingers, toes. Allow the movement to find its way into your limbs, maybe your spine, head, and neck. And whenever you're ready, slowly open the eyes. The grace of you, the grace of you. Thank you, Camille. What has shifted? What are you aware of? How are you with yourself in this moment? I'm so grateful for you. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. While some are taking a moment to type, oh, yes, a few of us are offering a challenge with Insight Timer. It's coming up in just a couple of days. It's a self belief challenge, 10-day self belief challenge. And it's a beautiful journey of enriching our relationship with ourselves. So I welcome everyone to join for this 10-day self belief challenge. God, thank you, Melanie. Thank you. Thank you for your donations, my beloveds. I gratefully receive them. Feeling quiet today? Oh, here, Tracy share. Tracy shares tender, loving grace. Love transcended out of my heart, and it gently flew to others as doves and butterflies. Beautiful. I love that. Doves and butterflies. Thank you. Wow, Andy. I don't know the details, but I'm very glad to hear that. Very glad. Mm, mm. The grace of being, presence, stillness, source, togetherness, oneness. We are together always. Noni shares, like the tangles in my heart have been combed smooth. Lovely. Chris shares, engulfed in loving kindness, open to, ready, and willing to distribute to all. We're all earth angels, you know? I don't think many of us realize it. You are. You are a pillar of light, and you have the ability to transform the lives of others through a smile, a kind word, your heart, your love, your listening. China shares, that was a beautiful practice. Thank you. I feel peaceful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I thank you. I thank you for our time together. Thank you for your light and sharing your light with the world, with each other, with me. You too, Angela. Yes, and Tracy shares, thank you to you and Papa Jonas and Mama Sandy. Yes, thank you. Eternal gratitude to my beloved parents for all of the love and the grace and the wisdom that they have educated me with, loved me with, and that they love the world with. And to my beloved Saima, who I've had the blessing of having consciously in my life for over 24 years. The grace of Ma, the love of Ma, the continuous devotion of Ma to my awakening and to the planet's awakening, to humanity coming together in remembrance and love. I'll read a few more comments and then we'll come to a close. Jeff shared, thank you, feeling more grounded and calm. Lou shared, thank you, that was beautiful. There is a recording of this. I imagine there are many different recordings with different teachers. But I have an older recording of this. I think it's called Loving Kindness. Oh no, that might be a meta meditation. I don't know if I actually have this one. Sorry. My dad has a a version of this. Jonas Mayberm has a version of this on his profile page. I do not. I have a meta meditation, a loving kindness meditation called Loving Kindness, Opening the Heart, Compassion Meditation. Rebecca shares so many different emotions occurred from peaceful, then the stories began, tears formed, but then came back to feeling I am enough, and I just let them go, and I just let go of what doesn't serve me, ready to release and be back to feeling calm and accepting it all as needed. Thank you for thank you all for sharing this space together today. Yes. Yes. Beautiful, Nandi. Oh, great. Great, Bob. Glad to hear. Yeah, his work is fantastic, and he often does um, exercises of the release technique that are very, very powerful for accessing our inner stillness and freedom. Chris shares, be kind, be a blessing, be impactful, be influential, be genuine and authentic, because we must. The universal collective and all of humanity absolutely deserves each of our best. Yes, Chris, and I would say, you know who deserves the best of you the most? You deserve the best of you. You deserve the best of you. Thank you, Tracy, for your donation. And Tracy shared in the chat, Om JJ Saima. Om JJ Saima is Sanskrit, and it's something that we often say to each other in our community of those who study with Her Holiness Saima. And it means I honor the divine feminine in you, I honor the divine feminine in me. And this is for all, regardless of gender. It is honoring that divinity that resides within each of us, that divine essence of love that is neither masculine nor feminine. It is both. It is all. Om Ji Ji Sama. Om Ji Ji Sama. Om Ji Ji Sama. Thank you, friends. We'll come to a close now. I wish you peace. I wish you clarity and discernment, awareness, care with yourself and care with others. And may we remember that in each moment we have a choice with our thoughts, with where we are putting our focus, with how we are choosing to respond to whatever is happening in our lives. We always have choice. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. We'll be together again soon. I believe next week, same time, same place. You can check my schedule, my event schedule on my profile page under events. Thank you, beloveds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Om Teji Sama.